So from Okansi in the Ga region. So I'm an Okansi woman. Right? I'm Okansi. And that is not enough. I mean, I'm everywhere too. Because my mom's name is a Ewen name. My own mother's name is a Ewen name. Do you know the word Ajoa? Yes. Ajo? Yes. Well, my mom's name was Majo. So, mother of Ajo, Majo. Right? Majo was my mommy's name. Is it Ewen? Yes. And I think she looks like an Ewen woman too. Her complexion was like him. That was my mommy's complexion. So he's my brother. But I took my father's complexion. I know what I hear. His name comes from the Enzima region. So I mixed Ewen and Enzima, Western and both. And that is not enough. My grandmother's name is Tumu. Tumu is my grandmother's name. The Tumu region. That's my grandmother's name. Northern region. So what I want to tell you, when they took the Africans from Africa, they went everywhere to take people and force them out of Africa. Guess what? We never stop calling ourselves Africans. Do I look like your auntie? Yes. Auntie, right? Yes. We remain pure. And you know the word I am? What does I am mean? Yes. Okay. That is my language. I still say I am when I mean okay. Do I speak their language too? When it comes to Suriname and you speak to someone and they agree, they say yes. Right? Okay. And you know what we do too? When we say you're a low level person, how do we call it? Saka saka. It's my language. I did not learn it from Ghana. Saka saka. You know what I learned from the ancestors too? When you want to ask permission, how do you say it? Ako. Do you know that word? That is my language. So when you come to the country of Suriname where the tribal people live, before you enter or before you want to call like nation, you say Ako. Right? And another word that I thought was satanic because of my Christianity was Medasinana. Medasinana was satanic. Yeah, and it means thank you, Lord. I never knew it was thank you to the Lord that we serve. I learned it from you by interacting. I would not dare to say Nana because I thought it was satanic. Until 25 years ago, I came to Ghana for a research. Because why did we come? We wanted to make peace with Africa. We wanted to make peace with Africa. We wanted to have peace because they told us the Africans sold other Africans for mirrors, for sugar, for salt, and for coal, and all these things. They sold their own brothers and sisters to the white man, and the Africans never came to look for us. So there was hate. Hatred was there. You have people still outside of Africa who are afraid to come to Africa because we think Africans are cannibals still. They can eat you, chop you and eat you, and that is what you think. And that is not peaceful. So I came here 25 to 26 years ago to make peace with all the paramount. Okay, China, you will know, you tell him I love you. Because love makes peace, right? If you don't have love, you cannot have peace. But one thing I want to tell you, we talk about loving others, but also about loving ourselves. Do you love yourself? Yes. Do you love the way you look? Yes. Do you love your color? Yes. Do you love your melanin black color? Yes. So do you love your brown color? Yes. Do you love the color of your eyes? Yes. So why do we go and bleach? Why do you bleach? Do you bleach? Yes. Have you seen people bleach their melanin beautiful color? Yes. So what will you tell them is to love themselves. You're as beautiful as you can be as you are. Look at you, no difference. Everybody's color is beautiful. Accept what you have. Don't go and make your eyes become blue because you want to look, have blue eyes. Right? What color does my eyes have? Brown. Do I love my brown eyes? Who has brown eyes here? You and I look alike. Even if your eye colors are black, you are beautiful. All the colors that we have, look into your eyes. You see two colors, or even three. You see a white one here, and you see the brown or the black, or a beautiful color there. And you see your eyelashes are black. Now, you might go, some people do this, they kill themselves because they want to look like someone else. Look like yourself, you're unique. You know my nickname in the village. Who can guess what my nickname was? And I accepted that name. You know what my nickname was, Chief? Monkey. My nickname was Monkey. Oh, and it is the ugliest monkey in the whole forest. We call it Quagga. It's like a chimpanzee. That was my name in the village. At some point, I accepted that name. And whoever knows me in my village years, they will call me Quagga to me. Quagga to me was the monkey of a girl named To Me. So my name was Quagga to me. Do I look like a monkey? Do I look like a monkey? I thought I looked like a monkey. Oh yes, I believed it. No mirrors for me. So I would not go into the mirror to look at myself. I created something, no makeup for me. You see me? No makeup for me. You know why? I wanted the man that would marry me to love the monkey in me. Right? He should love the monkey. So if I put makeup, I would not be real. Right? So if you look at me, I love to be real. You see my gray hair? I love it. And I want to keep it like that. That is seniority. But let me tell you a story of the monkey. A pastor told me this. A Ghanaian pastor. Look this one. And I think he would tell me the same. You know what a pastor told me when I told him my childhood village story? Because I was born in a small village. I never went to swimming school, but I can America said, that name was good for you. I said, why? He said, when you want to see a monkey, what do? You look up. Because the monkey is in the tree. Because where are the people that were calling you monkey? Are they ambassadors to? No. Where are they? Do they look up at you? Yes, because from my tribal region, because I was focusing on studying, the monkey name helped me a lot. I was thinking of studying, having my diploma, and my mom would tell me that is your first husband. So having my diploma, and then I would get married to the man that loved me as how I look. Right? And you know what happened? I became the first one of my region to graduate from the university. And you know, I became the first one of the tribal community of Suriname to ever become an ambassador. Even the first tribal person to become ambassador in Africa. That's why you see what I have got. It's the Africa in us. It's made by the Maroon women of Suriname, and everything is atenkra. That means signs with a meaning. Even this, what I have on, and the colors of Africa still live there. We do weaving as well. And Anansi is my story, it's not your story. And his wife is Akula, who you know Ekuba. That is Anansi's wife's name. And it went there 400 years ago, and people would not eat it until Africans started making movies. And we saw the movies, and they stopped eating our food out in Suriname. So I thank you for the movie makers. They are the greatest ambassadors. And you see, I know every word means God, if I tell you in my language, thank you very much, I say God. That is very much. I want to stop here because I want to stay here the whole day with you. Tell you our African story. Africa exists in the forest of Suriname still. We do the dancing. I know this dance. Not you taught me. I know it from the village. And I can dance with the drum. When the drum, when I want to bring it, I do this. And I do this. Right? He will tell me how to bring it. And he will tell me how to dance. Africa never dies. No matter where we are still Africa. And I call myself Kang Africa, mean pure Africa. But I represent other ethnic groups of Suriname. So when you come, you will see Indians, Japanese, white people, mix everybody. And this is my daughter. Yemma Modu is her name. Jesus Christ miracle. She's a miracle child for me. Right? Yemma Modu. And she speaks like 4 Maroon languages. I speak only 3. She speaks 4. My husband is one from my tribe. They have the same color. But I'm the Kangkang Africa. Thank you for listening to me. Ahmed Kakaka. Right?
Right? We are here purposely for peace, peacemaking, right? We all know that anger and violence destroys, right? But peace always fails. When there is peace, there is happiness, right? So I know all of you knows about peace, right? We know how to create peace among your brothers and sisters, right? obtain peace, or how to define me peace. I want two of you to come out. Two of you tell us what can you do and peace will reign in between one or two people. Or if some two people are fighting, what will you do to make sure they stop fighting? I want two of you to come out. Two volunteers to come out and demonstrate for me. Are you like my lady is passing by? I want to get the next one. Okay? Start. Action. Everywhere. Right. And I urge you also that if your father, they are having misunderstanding. Hello? Hello? If daddy and mommy are having misunderstanding, you